Good morning everyone, I'm Mike from Home Team Halifax, and today we're very pleased to present a very short segment on the Hydrostone area of Halifax. And my partner Steve Ritchie is going to take us on a tour, so come along!
We're here in the Hydrostones this afternoon. As you may be picking up from the shots here, Mike, we're walking along the commercial area at the south end of the Hydrostone market, and here there are some very vibrant shops, restaurants, bakery, best pizza in town, Salvatore's, best bakery, Julian's. So this is a very popular area for young professionals and smaller families to find their home. See in behind me here the various little stores and shops and restaurants that have become a very popular area for the young people that live in this the Hydrostone. So here we are now in the residential area of the Hydrostones, which, as most people in the city of Halifax know, is a 10-block development that was done after the Great Explosion in 1917.
After this dreadful tragedy shown here in this couple of still photographs, what was called the village of Richmond became the site for what is now known as the Hydrostone area.
After the explosion, this development took place between with the architect Thomas Adams was called in. It was an Englishman who studied the Garden City model of land development, and another architect from Montreal by the name of Ross. They collaborated together to build this 10-block neighborhood that is now looked at by people as a very desirable area to live in. The reason why? It builds a sense of community. As you see, we're in the middle of a very spacious boulevard. In behind the houses, each of the rows of houses here, there's back alleyways that people can get through to the back of their properties. Another very popular feature of the Hydrostones, which you don't see today. The blocks of Hydrostone themselves were actually made over an Eastern Passage by a process that was developed by a company in Montreal. They were brought across the harbor in a barge, and they had granite mixed in with the concrete. They were very, very heavy. Consequently, they had to cut two diagonal roads up from the harbor. Devonshire and Dartmouth streets were cut up the hill so they could bring the very heavy stone blocks up here. And in the last 20 to 25 years, the prices have just gone up drastically in the neighborhood. Now a house in here you can generally find in between the $200 at the very bottom end to $250 a square foot could be expected as a price at sale. So they're very desirable, people love them, and I think modern developers would do well to take the example of the Hydrostone area and incorporate it into their new subdivisions. This here is an example of one of the back alleyways in the Hydrostone area that people can use to access their parking areas. It's a nice additional amenity that you don't find in a lot of city houses. So a little back alley.
So we just wanted to show you Devonshire Avenue as it branches off of Barrington. And if you look across the harbor, you can almost imagine the barges coming across with the huge Hydrostones before they transport them up Devonshire. And they cut it at an angle so that the incline would not be too steep.